lot of nuts!
Boom, what up? Solo Sumito only here with an episode in which we crash the fuck out. That's right, today we're waking up and choosing violence. You motherfuckers in the comments think you can just keep talking shit and I won't be petty enough to make a video calling you out on your BS? Well, you're wrong. Oh, Sumito's so woke and political all of a sudden. Does anybody remember when Sumito used to make videos about memes? Oh, day 300 of asking for the green screen back. That's the reason everybody kept watching, right? You're getting it. We're getting into it. Not so recently, I decided to make a change in the way that I make my videos here on YouTube. One would imagine with 500 uploads, deciding to make any sort of change to the format or the way that you make content on your channel after reaching 100,000 subscribers would be a well-educated and informed decision. After all, I'm the one who made all those videos. I'm the one who grew this channel to the size that it is. You would think if I decided something was the right thing to do, I would probably know best. But hey, judging by the number of people who have sent a comment stating exactly the opposite, I must be wrong. Surely the idiots who are making comments on a video with absolutely no knowledge on what content creation or growing an audience is like must know best.
Am I the only one that doesn't watch this channel anymore because it feels lazy? I watched because it was a dude standing while telling me about memes in a funny way, the way PewDiePie used to. I don't care about fancy graphics or slick aesthetics. I just want to be given my memes. Give me the memes, dude. I don't want a 45-degree angle at a screen like every other streamer in the world. The different camera angle is upsetting to me.
Who is this comment for? Does anybody else not watch this channel anymore? If they're not watching the channel, they're not reading your comment on my latest video. What the fuck? Oh, careful. Oh, shit. Don't mean to scare you. Oh, is the camera changing? Oh, no. I hope this isn't too frightening for you. It's perfectly reasonable to want to be able to provide feedback on a YouTuber that you've been watching for a while, and it's not like I take any bit of criticism as some sort of attack on my character or my production or the effort that I put into these videos. Most of the times that this show has gotten any better has been thanks to the feedback of those of you who have been watching and care enough to say something that's like, hey, I think the show would be a little bit better or more insightful, or I would appreciate if you had the links in the description or lowered the music volume or did this or did that. That's all good and true. But if I'm making a conscious effort to try to improve or change something about this show after dozens, nay hundreds of repetitions of trying to make this show the best thing that it can be, and your only feedback is, I miss the old Sumito, go fucking watch the old videos then. This is kind of unrelated. I miss the green screen, honestly. It made you feel a bit more unique and like a stand-up comedian. Is this a confirmation that the stand-up green screen style is gone for good? I miss standing Sumet. The green screen was fun. I fell for watching Sumito video where he's sitting at a desk. Where's the green screen vending machine? I like when he's standing because we get to see more tummy. I feel like that last one's a little bit of a joke, but sure, let's address it. Here's a look at the analytics for my channel since November of 2022, which is where I started to see a decline in subscribers for the amount of viewership that I was getting. You can see that in the better part of this almost exactly 3 years, we've done a little over 10 million views, and yet somehow have only gained about 5,000 subscribers, which is abysmal. Actually, if you ignore the couple of videos that I made talking about the Lunch Lee and Tommy Innit situation, and when TikTok got banned and Elon did the Nazi salute and what have you, those months alone account for almost 2,000 subscribers, 3,000 subscribers on their own. So really, this is like almost no subscribers for 10 million views over 3 years. This channel has been at 165,000, give or take, subscribers for 3 years, which begs the question, Sumito, what in God's name must have happened back in 2021 to lead you from skyrocketing to over 100,000 subscribers to just floating in the water and gaining basically zero over the course of the last 3 years? And I'll tell you, if you guys have a concrete answer to that solution, you can have my fucking channel, because I can't figure it out. Taking a look at the videos that I was making 3 years ago, literally nothing out of the ordinary. We were doing unboxings, some of my best videos that I've made talking about memes, from the John Cena stole my credit, social credit points, to the Onkazone video. I made a video just listing the best songs in SpongeBob. I got 50,000 views 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Not a single one of these videos has a chance changed. They're all green screened, they're all meme covered, they're all of these things, and yet for some reason around December or November of 2022, I go from gaining this sort of viewership and having people subscribe to the channel, gaining 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers a month, to nothing changing afterwards, still making videos in the exact same format I have been for years. Green screened, memes, talking about topical comments and what have you. Nothing political, nothing woke, didn't randomly change my camera angle 45 degrees, and yet garnering the exact same amount of viewership with all of this stuff, we suddenly started ending months with minus 1,000 subscribers, or ending with 0 net subscribers, and it has been that way for 36 months, and I have stared at these numbers every night, having a psychotic breakdown trying to figure out what I did wrong or what I can do to improve in an effort to try to remedy this sinking ship, and I have come up with nada. Now listen, I'm sure some of you care, and you're sitting there like, oh, it must be this, it must be that. You're probably trying to come up with solutions because you like the channel and or me, and you want to see me and or this channel succeed. Save your effort, because I have been muddling over these numbers, trying to make sense of them, trying to remedy whatever it is that might be going wrong for far, far, far longer behind the scenes than you will be able to accomplish in the little 10 minutes you might take to try to come up with something that might be the change. I have not really come up with a solution, really. Over the course of changing formats and trying to upload more and trying to make things better and trying to be more topical, trying to be more clickbaity, doing everything I can to play the game of trying to manipulate the algorithm to like my channel more, to get it to show it to more people in an effort to get more subscribers. I have tested everything, and the best summary I can come up with is I think I have to just ignore it. That's the reality. That's been the only thing that has brought me mental peace in a way that allows me to continue to be productive. Because staring at the numbers and trying to overanalyze everything, or taking one of these relatively goofball topical commentary videos, whether it be about memes or anything else, and try to work it in a way that it might get 1 million views, just feels like it's setting me up for more negative feelings when it inevitably does not do such. And rather, I've actually had a lot of fun caring a little bit less about the overall end goal of the videos, and rather just focusing on the input of trying to cover the videos that I want to cover and hope that it can be met with viewers that want to watch. And that has opened up doors and has lifted a huge weight off of my chest. And rather than focusing on the negatives of my channel, I instead get to focus on making videos that are fun, topical, and hopefully over the course of time, one can only imagine they will reach out to people who want to watch those videos. The fucking annoying thing is the fact that they still get pushed out to people who seemingly hate the idea of me making a video about anything other than memes, as if I have a choice. I get comments like, bro, you need to make more videos about memes and not stuff. Where are the memes? There's not a single meme in this video? Why does this one have any semblance of political ideation in it? Why can't it just be the thing that you've been doing for 8 years straight that has been crashing and burning? Anybody, just think, anybody in my situation whose livelihood depends on this channel doing well, doing 350-ish videos on memes and what have you, and seeing 3 straight years of them falling in the fucking gutter in terms of subscriber numbers, in what world does the right decision seem to be, hey, just keep doing that? That's not literally the definition of insanity. Surely you can understand why I feel the need to make a change in some way, hoping that it makes a difference. Nobody in my shoes, I imagine, would be like, yeah, I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. Subscribers might go down, but hey, at least it feels bad. You know what the really annoying thing is I don't even think you guys like watching my meme videos. And listen, I understand this is going to sound like a personal attack on anybody who has been quietly watching and enjoying my videos no matter what for the last 5 years. I love you guys and I appreciate the support. Almost none of what I'm talking about today has anything to do with you. You are the backbone of this channel. But over the course of time, nobody who has been doing YouTube for the better part of 8 straight years, and I mean doing YouTube, like as a job, weekly uploads that aren't gameplay videos or low effort, whatever, I don't care. You know, people who are taking this seriously, is gonna be happy with 0 growth over the course of 3 years. In my research to try to see what I could do better, obviously I take a look at other people in my niche. Lessons in Meme Culture seems to be killing it, and he's pretty much the only other person that anybody talks about when it comes to covering topical memes in the way that I do. And I can't help but see the numbers that this guy gets and pay attention to how polarly opposite he is in his approach to making videos. That makes me think I don't have a chance here, right? This guy's videos are 2 or 3 minutes maximum. No personality, no enjoyment. There's a 30-second outro in every one of these videos, so really they're only 2 minutes long, and his videos dumpster. Absolutely shit on my numbers. He doesn't have a camera, no webcam. Half of these videos aren't even long enough to give you the backstory of the meme that they're covering. He's not giving you any funny jokes or examples. It's just a quick explainer in and out, and I can't blame him. Because when it comes to memes, I believe that's actually what people want. Is they just want to be in and out. They want to have explained to them what is 6.7. Hey, here's what 6.7 is. No jokes, no examples of how you can use it, no green screen, no costumes, no shout out to, hey, subscribe to me to watch more stuff. They just want to be in and out, watch the thing, and disappear. And that's why Lessons in Meme Culture is doing fantastic. Meanwhile, why would anybody want to watch 10 minutes of somebody making an effort to get you to watch a video that you really only wanted a 30-second answer to the question that you had to begin with? I never stood a chance. Let's talk politics. Something I feel like I haven't done very much, except for the times that I did, which was literally my entire career, but for some reason now it's a problem. It is very difficult to cover memes because memes are, for whatever reason, so closely tied to political ideations, literally becoming the mascots and the face of certain political movements on the internet and what have you. Donald Trump's entire first presidency was very much driven by a number of memes and things on 4chan that were brought up to it's basically impossible to talk about news on the internet in the modern age without it having some sort of tie-in to the political ideologies and the culture wars going on with gamers, Republicans, Democrats, America, Ukraine, Gaza, whatever. It's, you know, it's like trying to step around landmines. Now, is it that I made an entire channel based around not being political and now suddenly I'm being political? I don't feel that way. I feel like I had to sort of mute myself and not cover topics that I felt like had some sort of political leaning to them in an effort to what? Be completely neutral on my channel? That just makes me a shitty channel when it comes to covering internet news. People are getting so upset about the video that I made on Charlie Kirk, or even the video that I made on Sydney Sweeney, talking about how they watched this channel because it wasn't political and now it is. I didn't shoot Charlie Kirk for his political beliefs. I'm not the one who greenlit the advertisement with Sydney Sweeney. I'm not the one who tweeted out as the president of the fucking United States, calling Sydney Sweeney a Republican and making that entire thing a political thing. I'm just telling you what happened. I'm giving you objective facts about what people are saying about the thing. You can disagree that the Sydney Sweeney advertisement didn't have Nazi ideology to it. You can't disagree that enough people thought that it did, that it became a big news headline. What the fuck are you getting mad at me for telling you that that's what happened? That's what makes me woke? My biggest issue isn't so much that people are trying to judge my political ideologies based on what I cover and how they cover it. If you're under the impression that I'm a Republican as a first-generation immigrant to the United States after watching my videos for 6 years, you're kind of a dumbass. It should not be a surprise to you what my political ideations are just by watching my videos 1 or 2 times. And if that suddenly feels like it's really obvious to you, that I don't know how to help you, buddy. My issue comes in the notion that I'm somehow not allowed to talk about something because I have a history of talking about something else. I don't have a degree in memeology, brother. I don't have a degree at all. The fact that I've made several hundred videos not talking about something doesn't suddenly mean that I can't talk about something later. You can decide not to take me seriously or to not listen to me, but it's my channel. And again, it's not like I have a decision. It's not like I have a choice here. I would love to continue to be apolitical in the stuff that I put out and only cover the things that I think are funny and aren't designed to rage bait or intensify any sort of emotions you have. I'd love to be the chill meme dude just making jokes on my YouTube channel and let that be my livelihood. It isn't paying the bills. My options are not to go back to that. It's to either adapt to the ever-growing algorithm and try to make an improvement or quit. And I'm sorry to say, I'm not gonna quit. When I take a look at what channels seem to be doing really well on YouTube in the commentary space, which I feel like is more so the niche that I fit into, talking head, chatting about things that I find interesting and giving my opinion, rather than trying to be the expert on meme culture as if anybody respected me in that role anyway, right? When I take a look at what seems to be working on YouTube, nobody is doing relatively high production, green screened effects on anything to do with internet culture. Nobody does that shit. I mean, maybe ContraPoints. I've seen a lot of people doing green screen versions of them in video games, like Bisley Channel, and like covering video game topics and what have you. But in memes and internet topics, the only people that I see that garner a ton of views, Asmongold, XQC, Moist Critical, people who are just chatting about things as they become developing pieces of news. Those guys don't get everything right. Those guys don't do hours and hours of research. They just tell the people who don't have the time to scroll their internet for 12 hours a day a quick recap on some of the biggest news headlines on the web. Now, I have a very good understanding of internet culture, political ideologies, and memes and what have you, simply from being somebody who has researched these things for literally a third of my life at this point. I am much better qualified to do this than any Zoomer 16-year-old trying to start a YouTube channel just to get views. I don't feel like an imposter covering those sorts of things. And honestly, I don't feel like it's worth the green screen. I don't, if I'm being real with you. It literally adds several hours of extra work that I can confidently say nobody gives a shit about. Moist Critical makes videos. Asmongold makes videos. All these streamers make videos talking about the same shit that I do the day that it happens, just scrolling with their webcam in the corner to millions of views. And honestly, it's getting to the point where I am being irresponsible in acting like the thing that I do is better than that content. I used to think it was. I would love to believe that putting a little more effort into the production and making it a little more visually exciting leads to a better viewer experience. But the fact that the videos end up longer and longer and they get tougher and tougher to upload, and I end up 2 or 3 days behind a meme that people are like, wow, good video, that's already a fucking dead meme that nobody cares about, I don't think I'm doing you guys any favors. This video isn't really something that I've like thought about for a long time. It's honestly not something I've thought about at all. Really, it's just, you know, I already made the decision to make a change to the way that I make my videos in an effort to make them a little bit looser and a little bit easier to upload, because I think timeliness and my ability to improv both information and comedy into the things that I talk about are my strongest points. And the longer and longer that there are in between uploads, the more and more my videos get compared to people who are putting actual effort into the research and production. And that's not where I want to be. I feel like my strengths lie in making things more frequently so that they can be more topical and then get the information to you guys as quickly as possible in an effort to try to make it better for the algorithm. Does that mean I'm going to get some stuff wrong? Absolutely. It's not the end of the world. I'm not a college professor. You can't sue me over misinformation when I'm making an honest effort to try to get things right with the information I have. Now, if you decide that that's not where you want to be, cool. But honestly, like, it used to be like, oh, if I make a change, people are going to unsubscribe. And then I didn't make a change and people started unsubscribing. So what's left for me to worry about when I've wanted to make this change for a long time anyway? Literally nothing. And honestly, if I think about it, this is just the life line of this happens to everybody. Every YouTuber goes through this. PewDiePie started making the lowest quality vlogs, just talking to a camera, back 15 years ago, and then transitioned into cooking and playing video games, and then transitioned into internet commentary. Smosh started his skits, and then turned into something else. I think Good Mythical Morning might be the only YouTube channel that hasn't had a change in format in one way or another. Who am I to say that this is the wrong decision to make? At the very least, it's something I got to try out, because the last thing wasn't working very well. And honestly, the more and more I do it, the more I feel like it's the right decision, for better or for worse. But hey, hopefully it's for better. Thank you for watching, and thank you everybody who has supported me for as long as you have. Anybody who feels like this is the time to get off the bus and not support the channel anymore, totally chill. I'll miss you for the years that you watched. I can't blame you for not wanting to watch something that is different now going forward, but that's what I gotta do. Hopefully you stick around for it. I thank you if you do, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.